Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Welcome to dark, overcast Winnipeg. Yeah, 15.6. That's not cold. It's not warm either. I've already been out for a quick scoot. Yeah. I thought I'd better get out because the weather office is predicting later today, they say 100% chance of rain. Yeah. Anyway, I did get out and didn't get wet. That's the main thing. But it was kind of dark and damp and cool, and it just wasn't the same as when the sun is shining and there's those big white puffy clouds in the sky and the rest of the sky is brilliant blue. You know how it is. Mind you, I noticed that when I angle my GoPro, which is on the front of my helmet, I have it sort of down because I like it to show the handlebars of the bike, and I can see what buttons I push. So if something goes wrong, I know which button not to push next time. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Enough about that. Now, what were we doing here yesterday? I was just trying to remember where exactly are we at. I think we've got to get that little piece of photo etch here, the photo etch C26, and maybe complete our mast, which we were working on. And then we'll get into this radar antenna. But let's see if we can maybe finish up on the mast here. Okay, we are ready for you know who. I got my those expensive pills that I'm taking now. Yeah, they said that when you get down to just 1 week's left, to phone them and let them know so that they can get you another order out. So I can't believe that I've only got 7 left in here. In other words, I've taken 23 already. Time just flies because there's 30 pills in a box. I know I talk about this at least once a week, how fast time seems to be going by. Okay. No use giving examples because a lot of you that are watching me are my age, some older, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're a younger person, you don't really know until you get there. And then all of a sudden you'll remember maybe old Ron at the model table talking about how time flies, and you'll think, yeah, he was right. Okay, let's move Chris's cup here, and get at it here. What do we need here? We need photo etch C26. I think we got all the other pieces. Is there any other photo etch we need? Well, we'll wait until we get to the other side of the page. Might need No, I think that's it for the photo etch. Yeah, I think that'll be it. So let's get it. Okay, here it is. C26. Now, I was just looking at my screen here and I was noticing that there was a circle around, and I thought, how did I get a circle around there? And then I remembered I took my little wooden dowel here that I've sharpened like a pencil, and I drew a circle around that earlier, if you remember. Okay, now what we got going on here that we do not want to cut off is this little tab. That apparently somehow has to be used to fasten onto our plastic part. Okay, now this thing is going to be way too delicate to trim later, so let's try and get everything. Sorry for getting my hand in my hand in the light here. Let's try and get as close as we can to start with. Okay, get it turned around here, and the last one. This is going to be an easy piece to lose to the carpet monster. Okay, I do believe I got it very carefully here now. Try and pick it up on my shovel. Okay. Yeah. How are we going to? What's the best? Going to be the best way now to bend that? I think probably just roll it with a dowel. Get a little bit of a curve going on. Good morning. How are you doing, Max?
I'm doing pretty good. The breeze it's just slightly cool out of the north. It was 18 degrees this morning at 6.
Yeah, sounds about familiar, yeah.
But cloudy and damp, you know. And then in a few days it's supposed to be 25 or something.
Oh, that's great. Summer's back.
Summer's back. Winter's over.
Yeah.
We survived another winter.
Missy, Missy, Missy. You funny little dog, you. Stop biting your toenails.
There's a lot of talking here. Amazon's important. That's where you get your bacon bits.
Yeah, I'm going to have to tell the viewers that story.
I may have felt a drop of rain just now.
Well, it was supposed to start any minute.
It was, right?
Yeah.
Well, I hope it passes over so you can go for a run.
Well, yeah, all right. I've already been out.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I was out early this morning.
Where'd you go?
Just around the neighborhood, more or less.
Good. And you didn't get rained on?
No.
Super. Thanks, Ron.
Bye, Missy.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, what did Max say? 25 degrees day after tomorrow? Missy the dog. Missy the dog. All right. Now, just when I saw Missy out the front window, I was just starting to get myself ready to bend this little piece of photo etch here that we got earlier. And just put a little bit of a radius on it here. And I know you can't see it, but we will put the macro lens back on in a minute. What are we going to do here? Well, we're going to use this. I think that'll be good enough. Anyway, yeah, my Amazon story. Well, I'll tell it later maybe if I remember. In other words, I am very relieved this morning. I know you all want to know. I told Max, I said, ask me why am I relieved? And he says, why are you relieved? And then we kind of made some jokes about that. Anyway, yeah, let's get our macro lens back on here and take a nice close look. Okay, now, I don't know what diameter of dowel it is that I have right here, but we just want to put just a little bit of a curve in this thing. Try and get it straight here. Maybe that's a little bit more than I intended, but at least now it's obvious, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to be okay. Now the tab, we got to figure out which way do we bend that. I got a feeling that what we do is we take this tab and we just bend it up so that the tab will be at 90 degrees to the bottom of the dish. At least I think that's the way it's supposed to go. And then this whole thing sits on top of that plastic part. Where is that plastic part? Okay, this is it right here. Now, one of these ends, I guess it would be the smaller end, plugs into that dish affair. Now, where's that dish? Okay, so let me check the monitor, make sure everything's still in. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I think it's, I'm trying to pick it up here. So very small. Okay, now goes like, oops. Must be something sticky on the end of Tony's tweezer here. Okay, so now I think the idea is we're supposed to, oh, I knocked it over. Anyway, you get the idea. This tab, when it's bent at 90 degrees, will fit on the top right here. I'm pretty sure that's the way it's supposed to go. Well, I guess maybe the first thing we should do here is get this piece glued in the right place. Otherwise, we're going to end up losing it, aren't we? I wonder if maybe I should take one of Chris's files and just pass it over the top of that piece there, and it might be a little bit on the little. I'm looking at some burrs, I think. Okay, let's try not to bump anything out of the field of view here. We're going to take some extra thin here. Loosen the cap. Now, I don't know if you can notice it or not, but this hole, I was talking about this yesterday, and this hole is not in the dead center. You'll notice it's more towards this way than it is this way. So we're going to call this the back. Why am I moving that? Okay, we're going to call this part of it the back. And on this part, if I steady the manual, you'll notice that there's a little like a little box or something fastened onto the side of it there. Well, that apparently is also the back. So I'm going to try and grab hold of this now with the tweezer, so that I can take. And we're just going to do a dry run here. I'm going to try and have this to the back. So yeah, that's going to work. Now don't drop it. Okay, this is extra thin. So why not? Yeah, there it comes. Okay, now we'll try and have this to the back. There's not to the back. It twisted on me. How did that happen? I thought I had it right. Well, it's pretty much to the back. Oops. I got it turned around. I'm just going to move this out of the way for the time being. And it's not too bad if you, I think maybe, oh gee, I don't think I have enough extra thin on there. You can see this way better than I can. Okay, it's about as good as it's going to get. Let's quit while we're ahead, or not too far behind. Let's put it that way. Okay, I'm using Andy's photo etch bender as a reference here, and what we're going to do is this would be, we'll call this the back side, and this side here will be the front side. So according to the manual, let's get this turned just right here now. This little box affair is supposed to go towards the back side. We want to glue that on right there, like that. Yeah. Don't have the, I just looked at the monitor, I don't have the light quite right. Now my fingers are in the way. If I hold it further back like this, we can both see it. Okay, let's get a little bit of extra thin now on the end here. Okay, I think that's right. Let's see what happens when I let go of it. I think it's pretty close. Pretty close. Wonder. See, I want it to meld. Ooh. Well, for sure it'll meld now. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that because it might have a tendency to slump. If you know what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna have to take this off camera where I can work at it better. My rotator there looks like it's just about ready to stop. Yeah, I guess I got it loaded heavy on one side. Oh, it did stop. Okay, it's just a coincidence. I actually got started going a few minutes ago when I was setting the scene. Anyway, yeah. I think I got it glued on more or less straight. I think that when it's static, it's gonna look okay. Oh, stopped again. Well, I may as well shut it off here. Okay. Anyway. Hey, Ron, how about the Amazon story? Oh, okay. How about the Amazon story? Well, it goes like this. Yesterday, I was going through all my MasterCard charges, and it starts with the most recent and works its way back in time. And it goes like this. Tim Hortons, McDonald's, 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 Tim Hortons, McDonald's, 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 Amazon, yeah, Amazon, $110.88. So I'm thinking, well, that amount sounds familiar, but I didn't associate that amount with Amazon. I was thinking that's more like something maybe at Superstore. So I go on my Amazon account, and those of you who have Amazon Prime or whatever, you can check and see all your orders. I think they go back years, maybe 5 years or more. Anyway, I'm going back, and I've only by the way, this charge for $110.88. It was on September the 11th. At 2:45 in the afternoon. So I'm going through my Amazon bills or Amazon records, and I've only got two things. And none of them are around that time, and none of them are even close to that amount. So I'm getting kind of worried. I'm thinking somebody has bought something, charged my card, and they bought something on Amazon. I'm thinking, well, this is a week ago. You would think if there was fraud going on, they would have tried it again, and it would have been a much larger amount. Anyway, I phoned the 1-800 number for the MasterCard, and I listened to a machine, and I tried to talk to a machine. And speaking of machines, let's just wait a minute here. Okay, that's all it's going to do. And and then it says, we appreciate your call or something like that. Please hold. And this goes on for about 45 minutes. And then I realized that their machine is still talking to me, but they've all gone home. So I phoned first thing this morning when they're supposed to be open and go through the same rigmarole again. And I spent, I'm guessing close to half an hour total. And you you first of all you talk to the machine and you ask to speak to a real person, and they say we're transferring you to an agent, and please wait, please wait. Then there's the music, and then a little message comes on, and it repeats itself again. Please wait. We're going to get to your when it's your turn, that sort of thing. And then there's a pause in the music, and I think, oh, now a real person's going to talk to me. Beep, 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 beep. It hung up on me. Okay, well, I'm thinking about all of this morning, and I'm kind of a little bit worried and a little bit concerned, and then all of a sudden it hits me. How much does Amazon Prime charge for their yearly rate? So I asked to Google, and Google said it's $99 here in Canada. So when I work it out, $99 plus Canadian taxes comes to exactly $110.88. Talk about relief. I was so relieved, because I thought somebody's charging my card, and I have never had that happen. I've been using credit cards since they first came out. I think they were called Chargex or something. And then it went to Visa. I've never had a problem. Mind you, I do keep my security system up and running, and it does periodic checks automatically and stuff like that. So, however, what are we going to do here? I guess the next thing to do is try and mount the piece of photo etch on the top there in a believable way. I guess we'll be painting that all one color, and then maybe the array will be a different color. The antenna, the dish part. Mind you, it's going to be so small, and I know it looked big because we were looking at it with the macro lens, but it is a really tiny little piece. Okay. Anyway, so that was the Amazon story. I hope you're happy now. Okay. Now, I think we're going to try and bend the little tab. I noticed that there is when I was looking at it earlier with the macro lens, I could see that there was a folding line. And what we have to try to do is bend this tab up at 90 degrees to what it is right now. And then the base of the tab is going to fit right on the top right there. That's the plan. Okay, let's get our macro lens on here and see how much of this we can actually video. Okay, it may be really difficult to see, but hopefully you can see the little folding line on that tab where it joins onto the antenna. And I'm going to just use Tony's tweezer here to hold this down. And I can see if I can grab it with these. I'm getting shaky today. Wonder if the Tamiya folding plier might grab onto this better. Just bear with me here. Okay. Yeah, this should grab onto it a little better. These photo etch pliers are actually quite precise. Maybe it's a teensy bit more. Okay, I think we basically got it now. Now hopefully this part will sit on top of that post. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm going to do this tomorrow. I think maybe I'm getting a little bit too trembly right now to do this, although no, maybe not. I'm holding it with my fingers here. No, I'm going to go at this again tomorrow. You know, I'm noticing that it's almost like there's a little kink in this one here, like it's. Maybe I have to see if I can bend it back just a little bit. There's some better, I think. Wonder what happened right there on the top. Maybe if I squeeze it. Now, did I make it worse or better? I want to have to turn it so that I can look straight down on it. Yeah, that's quite a bit better. Mind you, we wouldn't see that anyway. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. All being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.